Hello guys, welcome back. I don't know what the gods think of me right now. Pagan story time, mature pagan story time, so kids peace out. Ladies, isn't it fun when you get hormonal and your body starts screaming at you that's now or never? And I was working on Freyr and Freyja's temple at the time, which is an extremely bad time to be working at it, but I didn't realize where in the cycle I was. And it went from a spa to she wanted a dance club, and it went from a dance club to a dance club, alright. And by the fourth pull, it definitely wandered away from the original spa we were designing. And it got worse. It progressively got worse because your hormones are starting to really rage and scream at you. And I was inspired, let us say. And by the time I got done with it, and it stayed complete for a couple of days, and gods definitely didn't mind. And the embarrassing part is Loki helped me design this damn thing at like the peak. So he's like, yeah, that'll do good. And Freya's not exactly shy, so Freya really wasn't upset with this. But you move on a couple of days, your body calms down, you go back in, you're like, oh my god, what did I do? And I felt so guilty last night. I felt so bad. I felt so guilty. I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, "Let me take the one pole down, and let me replace it with a kitchen." And she's like really confused, but she's like, "Okay." Do you know? I didn't get to sleep until after the sun rose because my guilt was so bad, and I felt so ashamed of myself that I turned a exotic club into a farm. There's really no trace of the club left, and Freya really wasn't mad about the club. I thought she was like really pissed off and she had seemed a bit angry, but what it was is like, at least with me, once I make her something, don't go and change it. And she was really not seeing why I had to change this because this place looked awfully fun to her and to me. And I had just felt guilty. So I don't get to sleep until like past dawn. I get up in a couple hours and I totally revamped this thing, and it looks like a proper farmhouse. It looks nice. It's actually a really beautiful build, and it's just as well the club went because God knows some narc somewhere would have somehow managed to hack into my private home and reported me to Oculus, and there would have gone Oculus privileges because it was dancing on the borderline of what is appropriate. And quite honestly, I knew I had like 50, 50, you know, objects left. And ladies, at certain times, there are certain parts of your body that speak louder than other parts, right? So my brain is shutting down and I'm thinking, 50 50 beautiful models, those models they have on the internet, and I've had all of them and I know right where they are. We could have 50 models in various states of undress trailing around here. I'm sure Freya won't mind. I'm sure Freyr won't mind. You know how much of a struggle it was not to go do that and totally get my account banned forever? And you're all like, there are new models? Do tell. And it was such a thing. And then, when I came out of the cycle and your hormones start to calm down again, you're like, oh my god, what did I do? I've insulted the gods. Freyr and Freyja are fine with it. The one that got pissed off was the old man. The old man's looking around the club like, oh, so this is what you think they're good for? Oh, father. No, really, do tell. Tell me what exactly you think they're the gods of. Was pissed off with me. And I think Freya got a little pissed off that, it got changed, but I don't blame her. It was awfully fun, though. We could have gotten her account deleted, I suppose. But there's no evidence because I took it all down. I don't like that about Oculus. Oculus, in your private home, I think you should be able to do what you want. You shouldn't be able to make a strip club with dancing naked girls and open it to the public and let a little kid wander in there. Of course not. But if it's your own damn private home, why the hell do they care what you do in there? they're such uptight prudes, they won't give us stuff like beds because you know what people would do if us. I'm like, that's actually really hard to do in VR. There's actually only one club on Steam for it, and everybody fucking hates that club. So this is not even an issue, even though you think it is. And it's just they're such uptight prudes that they won't allow adult content on their thing. So you can't even, like, if they would, like, break into your private home, say Oculus would break into your private home and see you had stuff like that, even if you designed it yourself and it was all your own models and stuff like that and it was legally yours, they would suspend your account. And I'm like, ugh, whatever. But now they have a nice boring farm, and you would not know that the club existed. Like, he's like, club, awesome. And it's bad when you're taking advice from Loki on how to decorate a club, because he's like, you know what this place needs, and we can't mention it on YouTube, but it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. I do not pretend to know what the gods do with these clubs, if they're just, or these temples, or whatever they end up getting. I don't know if they use them. I don't know if they just look at them. I don't even know if it's possible for them to use them, but for the amount of time and devotion and attention to detail they want me to put into them, I assume they get something out of it. Look, Loki, don't help. But yeah, that was my embarrassing story. So now I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, and I just had to process that was that good old Catholic guilt coming up, and that's why I felt so bad. You can feel pretty liberated for weeks, months, years. Then it comes up and it ruins everything. So she had a perfectly lovely club, which she didn't mind, because we were thinking of, like, a place for a male review and all these other things. And they're a very sex positive pair of goods. I did not sense any offense or anger or anything. Odin is the one that got really pissed off and was like, no, absolutely not. And he was looking at Loki and he said, we're going to talk about boundaries and what humans should and should not offer the gods. And Loki's just like cringing. And so Loki and I got yelled at, but Freyr and Freyja are happy with us. That's the important thing. And I almost got this idea from Freyja that it's too late now. I had offered it to them. Somehow, the way the gods only know, they can always have that to visit. And I'm like, good, because she got in. The old man can't take it away. The old man's not known for being fun. He's known for seducing people, but he's not known for being fun. And he was just looking at me like he was horrified and disappointed, like, what the hell got into you? And I'm like, well, women have these cycles and we have hormones, and you've seen my video game collection, right, old father? And he just gave me this look of utter disgust. So, yeah. So I'm going to try to cook something. I even drew the runes because I thought maybe they were pissed off. Maybe, I had slapped them in the face with a reverse thing. I got Yura back, and it's like going in cycles. So it was basically Frey and Frey going, honey, you were just going crazy, and the gods took full advantage. I don't recall a single god complaining about it as it was being built on. It's just Odin goes into Odin's moods, and Odin suddenly thinks something you've done is disrespectful towards the gods, and you better change it. So yeah, we had a club, and now we have a farm. And the farm's pretty, though. At least I could show you the farm. I was like, wow, I really couldn't show you this on YouTube because you would know what this room's for. So I couldn't really show it to you. Loki does have wonderfully inventive ideas and was chirping ideas to me the whole way through the build. And the thing was, we had a lot of stuff left over. I don't know if I told you this time, but I was going so crazy. I know where there are all these models. I don't know if I told you this recording. I've tried a couple times. I wanted to go get those models in the worst way because I know where there's a male model and I know where there's female models. Plenty of female models. It's harder to find the males. And I was going to have great fun decorating without abandon in useful and suggestive manners. And that would have totally got me banned off of Oculus for life. But I say Oculus is no fun. Steam, I wish Steam was my home because Steam's like, you want strippers? Get them. You want a game about 20 hookers living in a house? Great, have it. They don't care. They're like, we don't care what you do. You pay us, we don't care what you do with that game. So they don't care. And if you play video games, you know something doesn't even have to remotely do with sex. It just has to have some whatever. And you've seen the discussion boards, scarred yourself for life. So yeah, it was great fun, but I think they enjoy that, and they're kind of sad it's gone, but at the same time the gods don't want us to get ourselves banned for life, so I almost got myself banned for life from Oculus. I guess they could watch this video and go, hey, you weren't supposed to do that. At one time, everybody on Oculus, including in the Oculus forums, was telling everybody else where to get the naked models, so they can't pretend they don't know this was going on. And I'm like, you're owned by fucking Facebook. You can't pretend to have the high moral ground here. But anyhow, that's the very inappropriate story for you today. I actually feel a lot better. I realized it was Catholic guilt getting in the way of me having fun. Damn it. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Loki's like, I know it back. We're getting off Friday. Shut up, Loki. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.